Hey guys, what's up? It's Chris, and today I thought I'd do something a little different. Some of you may know that I'm doing Vlogmas over on my second channel, The Vegan Zombie 2, which just means I'm vlogging every single day until Christmas, and I'm on day 13 now. So that's a lot of work, and I still have to post videos on this channel every Monday and Thursday, and today is Thursday, and I thought that maybe I could just take an old video. Some of these videos, the channel's been around for over 10 years, so I'm taking a video from about 8 years ago where we make vegan gingerbread cookies, and I'm going to post it instead today. And I know some of you probably have already seen this video, but there's a lot of people that are new to the channel that may not have seen the video, so this is back when John was the face of the Vegan Zombie and I was behind the scenes. So without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy the video.
Cooking with the Vegan Zombie.
Welcome back to another holiday episode of Cooking with the Vegan Zombie. Tonight's agenda, gingerbread cookies. Let's go over the ingredients we're gonna need for tonight. A half a cup of Earth Balance natural buttery spread. Make sure it's soft for you to work with. We've got a half a cup of maple syrup, a half a cup of molasses, a teaspoon of cinnamon, a teaspoon of ginger, a teaspoon of allspice, half a teaspoon of ground cloves, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of vinegar, 2.5 to 3 cups of unbleached white flour, and some cookie cutters. And for all you gluten freebies out there, I actually tested it with white rice flour instead of unbleached flour, and it seems to work pretty good. Because I can handle the gluten, I kind of use the white flour, but if you want to try it out, use this white rice flour. It's gluten free and it's go vegan. So we're gonna start with mixing our wet ingredients together first. We got the butter, we got maple syrup, and the molasses. We'll cream this together. When we start mixing the dry ingredients, we'll add all of them together to the flour. I'm gonna put the baking soda in first. There's 1 teaspoon. We'll add all the rest of the dry ingredients. Whisk it together, and that's ready. Now we'll just add a teaspoon of vinegar to the wet ingredients. Mix that in. All right, so we'll add the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients. You wanna just form a dough ball. You don't wanna over mix it. Just kinda keep going real light on the sides, pulling it into the middle until a nice little dough forms. Look at that, just like magic, it just happens. It was a big thing of flour and now it's turned into gingerbread. It's a little too wet, so I'm gonna add about a 1/4 cup of flour to this mixture. So this is the consistency we're looking for. Kind of a big dough ball. A little moist, but not falling apart. And all we need to do now is put it in a bag and flatten it out. And then stick it in the fridge. So, while our gingerbread is in the fridge cooling off, we're gonna make our icing. Now, we want a good stiff icing, so I'm gonna mix a little bit of the Earth Balance buttery spread with a little bit of the Earth Balance shortening. We're gonna do 2 tablespoons of each. Gonna add a teaspoon of vanilla. And we're just gonna mix this all together. Now we just have to start adding some of our powdered sugar. I'm gonna add it 1/2 cup at a time because you want a good stiff frosting for these gingerbread monsters. Is it worth it? Let me work it. Pulling the flour down, flipping them over. You wanna just keep mixing and adding a little bit of powdered sugar at a time until it gets to a nice stiff consistency. Not gooey and not too dry. We're about there right now, actually. All right, our gingerbread dough has been fully cooled and it's ready to rock. So we're gonna take it out of this bag, plop it onto some parchment paper, and roll it. Roll to about a 1/4 inch thick, and then you gotta find cookie cutters. Now you're probably wondering, where does a guy like me find cookie cutters in the post-apocalyptic world? Well, I rummaged around some houses and I managed to find a moose, a tree of the Christmas variety, a star, a guy, could be a zombie, I don't know, and a moon. We got a moose, a tree, and a star in the first round. Then you just gotta pick up the scrap dough and roll it out again for round 2. Just a little tip. If the dough ends up getting a little too sticky and tough to work with, just add another tablespoon of flour. Pat it down, it'll work really well for you. So you know what I ended up making? I went with a star, a moose, a tree, and 2 moons, just like Tatooine. Got the oven preheated at 375 degrees. It only takes 5 minutes to cook these bad boys. Let's pop it in and count. All right, so my last batch is in the oven. I got a big plate of cookies right now to work with. All I gotta do is frost them up. How do you frost them up? I'm gonna show you a little trick if you don't have your own piping bag. I left mine at my other safe house. We're just gonna take our icing, stuff it in this little bag. Now we're just gonna take a little corner off. Squeeze it down, burp it if you will. You guys are probably so much better at this than I am. Okay, so I'm not the best artist, but they do taste good. So there you have it, folks. A really easy, delicious gingerbread cookie recipe that you can bring to a holiday party near you. Of course, I'll be eating them by myself, but that's all right. More cookies for me, you know? So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page, friend us on Facebook, or go to theveganzombie.com. Or you can do all 3. Really? A bread knife?
Do not take me as some conjurer of cheap tricks. I'm not here to rob you.
What? I wasn't listening.
And that was our original vegan zombie cookie recipe from back in the day. I hope you guys liked it. Some of you probably have already seen it, as I stated earlier, and some of you guys probably are seeing it for the first time. So give us a thumbs up if you liked it, and let us know in the comments below if you want me to do more of these and showcase some older videos that may have got lost in time. And always, if you want to support the channel, you can get these vegan zombie beanies. I'll link them below. The new t-shirt that I just did, I'll be doing another pre-order for that after Christmas sometime. Of course, there's always the Patreon, which I will also link below. And as always, stay safe, watch out for zombies, and I'll see you guys next time.